Hello, everybody. I am Moldy West, and this is Chronos Before the Ashes. I wasn't really planning on doing any videos on this game, but I needed 2 more episodes after the finale of Omen Sight to fill in the gap that it left, but that's just the way it works when you do this sort of thing. Anywho, this is another Dark Souls-like game, and it is not one of the best, and I will show you this game. I'll go ahead and play through the whole thing if I have to, but let's start the game, start a new game. You can see I played this game on my own, and I'm gonna go ahead and just, yeah, that's it. I'm playing a game. I'm playing a game, there's not a damn thing you can do to stop me. And I'm gonna start the game with an axe, which is different from what I normally do. If you've paid any attention to me at all, mother, you would know I like swords better than axes, but there is a weapon that I want in the game that I will get a lot sooner if I start the axe than I would if I started with the sword. Now let's get all up in this bitch. Let's see what this game's all about. Well, I've already seen what this game's all about, and I know exactly what I need to do and where to do it, so this ain't gonna be too painful to watch.
Sit.
I am sitting! You sit!
Listen all. Listen well.
I don't want to listen.
Tonight I speak to you the tale. Tale of the scouring.
Yeah, okay, scour away, granny.
Long past, world was different. Towers of metal and stone scraped the sky.
Mm-hmm.
People roamed free.
Sounds familiar.
Never hid. Never feared. Thousands of us. Tens of thousands. Not like our tiny tribes. Then came the beasts. From inside one of the rusted places. Hunted us. Drove us into the cracks and crevices. Came the beasts on orders. Directed by the will of one.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon.
The dragon.
He scoured our world. Scours it still from where he hides. You're our bravest, young one. Smartest. Best.
No, I ain't. I dropped out of college. Goddamn, lady.
In the darkest of the rusted places. The
How long were
great
you here?
Stone wakes. Opens the way to the other world. When it does, you will go through. You will find the dragon. And you will kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Get thrown back out for the deed is done. You might. But you will use that year. Grow stronger. Wiser. Till the stone wakes again. And you keep going back. To your last breath. You keep going back. Till the dragon dies.
Well, alright. Well, one of us is gonna die, and we will see who it is. That thing she mentioned about getting thrown back out, and then you use that year, that's actually a thing in the game. Every time you die in this game, your character grows 1 year older, and the way she talks like that makes me think that once you hit a certain point, your character's just aged to death. Like right now, you start out at age 18. First time you die, you come back, and then you're 19, and then 20, and then so on. I assume that once you hit age 100, that's it. Game over, and I don't want the hints on. Yes, disable the hints. I know how to play the game. And right away, we have one of my biggest complaints with this game. The character just feels so slow, so sluggish. It feels like I'm trying to control a sack of rocks. There is just no way to put it into words. If you play the game yourself, you will know what I mean. And what makes this especially painful is that I have been replaying Neo on my own time. And in that game, you move real fast, quick, like a whip, and then going from that to this, it's actually kind of painful. But anyway, we got work to take care of. This game is a prequel to another game called Remnant from the Ashes, which I have played, and I'm pretty sure I did a one-off video of that back when it was new, and I really liked that game. But this game, not so much. I don't absolutely hate this game. I actually cared enough to play it from beginning to end, and I care enough to play it for the YouTube purposes, but it's not a very good game. There's a couple of good boss fights, but it just does not feel good to play this game, what with how slow the character is. And then the level design is kinda lackluster. But for most of the game, you just go into a path and it branches off in two ways. One way's blocked, you go the other way to find another door that you can't open from this side, but you find something there that lets you open the door over on the other side, and so on. And this place is under emergency lockdown. So let's go ahead and fix that. Use this key on the thing, turn the thing, and there we go. Now we got this primitive ass computer. Sub Series 980 CPU, blah blah blah, system test failed, no unauthorized access. Well, here's some unauthorized access for you, motherfucker. Now we got mainframe access, mainframe offline, reports, and then we have things that you can read, but I don't feel like reading. Gives you backstory, that one's corrupted. You can pause it and read it if you want, because I ain't reading this. I've already read it, playing through the game on my own time. Don't feel like reading it again. And I believe this is the last one. Automated report, emergency lockdown initiated. Return to menu. And then base control. Initiate executive order. Is that 13? It's kind of hard to tell in this game window here. Initiating executive order 13. Error. Unable to initiate order. Error code 88. Can we get some maintenance in here? Fix this little thing. Fine, I'll just go about disabling the emergency lockdown. And it's as simple as that. And now that that lockdown's disabled, we don't have to deal with that automated voice anymore, and this door is very much openable. But it doesn't really help us much, because if we go in here, here's a door that is very locked. It can only be opened with a key card right here, or from the inside, and I do know of a way of getting in there without the key card, which I can't do just yet. And that door over there is also locked, and then we got that thing over there. That's just scenery, don't worry about that. And now, there's a key card panel for this one, but it's all busted up, and I don't have anything I can use on it. Now, just to be absolutely sure, nope, it don't open. At all. Ever. Well, actually, it can be opened from the inside, but you can't get there until the end of the game. Emergency lockdown is lifted. We can use this computer. And loading boot menu, run system diagnostic, testing uplink failed, error code, blah blah blah. Local pattern buffer, testing power succeeded. Testing Datla, warning code 16. Initialize Datla. Yep, doing the thing, hit the key, and there we go. Now the glowing red rock is illuminated. It is now active, not that gray stone just laying there waiting to be peed on. Because I like to pee on ominous gray stones. Don't question me. And into the rock we go. We go all up inside that rock, and it takes us to what appears to be a medieval castle. And if you would just load a bit faster, that would be great. And here we are. We have entered this strange land. And here we go. And we're gonna head straight ahead to that dragon statue we see and hope. Oh, we've been spotted. There we go. I'm a dodging. You can't hit me, you little turd burglar. You ain't got what it takes to hit my ass. My ass is unhittable. Now I'll just take that rock out of your chest. There we go, into my backpack. And this acts as the healing item, the Estus flask, if you will. But it does not get refilled if you go to a checkpoint. And the enemies don't respawn either if you go to a checkpoint. The only way to respawn the enemies and to recharge your dragon hearts is to die. Once it's used, that's it. You don't get to use it again until after you die. I kinda respect that. And that's also sort of like playing into the limited lives thing. It's a cool thing, and the king has decreed the temple off limits. Stop all work immediately. No exceptions. Sarl. Does that say Sarl? It's so hard to read the handwriting of these little blue assholes. They spend so much time trying to stab strangers that they don't have time to perfect their penmanship. And this dude's got some sort of a blunderbuss. Ow. I just kinda strolled into that one, I guess. And I see you ain't dropping nothing. From time to time, enemies will drop these dragon shards, which are used to upgrade weapons. I just have not yet found any, but I'll be finding plenty of them as the playthrough goes on. There you go. And you ain't gonna do shit to me! Problem solved. Nice heavy-hitting axe that is going to quickly lose efficiency, or efficacy, I would say, against stronger opponents because I don't plan on upgrading it at all, because that weapon that I want will not be too hard to find. I'll be able to get it before going up against any of the bosses at all. And I'm gonna go ahead and mention that there's no other viable method of healing yourself other than the dragon heart or by leveling up, which I'm close to doing. Once you hit a level up, you get more health. Your health is refilled, and then you can put those attribute points into the things that you want. And I believe that this guy is gonna give me that level up. Yep, there it is, all healed up. Which makes you want to use those dragon hearts very sparingly. You're thinking, do I want to heal myself now and risk having to go through all the place again, or use one of my very limited heals to get through this place? It's a cool aspect. If only the game was just better. That's all there is to it. It's not a bad game. It's very mediocre, but What can you do? I don't know shit about making games. All I do is play them and complain about things I don't like. Just like the rest of the world. Now, if you'd kindly step out of the shadows so I can see what you're about to do, there you go. Let's fix you right up. And I believe... Nope, no dragon shard. I think the first one I get has to be found in a box that's not too far away. Anywho, that thing shuts off the flame jets that were blocking the way forward. Now then, let's keep on moving. And I don't know if I mentioned this yet about the aging mechanic, but as you get older and older, attributes like strength and agility will become less viable, which makes sense. You don't really see old people running around doing backflips now, do ya? Well, some people do because they take really, really good care of themselves. But I certainly ain't gonna be like that. Hell, my lower back hurts from time to time just by sitting around and not doing any heavy lifting. It is a telltale sign that my body is going to shit and will eventually fail me. But there's nothing I can do about that. Now let's put you down and look for an opening. Alright. Now then. Yep. Ow, you dingus. You're gonna regret that. There. Now, dragon shards? Nope. No dragon shards. Not yet. But now... Now we can find one of them shards. Take this as payment for my debts. I have little use for it, and with the king's latest madness forfeiting all shards to the crown, it has become more of a liability than a boon. And I hit the wrong button. Yep, it's a box. And now we just gotta go and open the box. Couldn't just be a treasure chest, that would be too simple. And now I need 2 more of those things to upgrade any weapons. The first to upgrade always costs 3 shards. And then it takes 5, and then it takes 8, and then it takes 3 of the rare dragon shards. And then it takes like 5, I believe. Or was it 8 of the rare shards? I don't exactly remember. And I have not put any attribute points in, now have I? Let's dump them all into health. That's what we do here. We are healthy young lads. Get healthy while you still can. And you fucking die. And you also need to fucking die. And ow, he fucking whacked me with his burning stick. The burning stick of justice reaches us all eventually. Now, what have we in here? There's another one! And I'm capable of locking onto him, even though it doesn't give you a visual confirmation. But he is not an enemy.
I know not of your kind, stranger. Dark days these are. Not the best of times to wander so far from one's homeland.
I will wander as far away from my homeland as I want. Don't even try me, Blue Man!
What brings an outsider to these forsaken halls?
Yo mama's house, that's what. I've come to kill the dragon.
Destroy the dragon? 'Tis a fool's errand, especially in the wake of the woeful encounter between the king and the Cyclops. You may as well throw yourself upon your blade.
Well, what is the
Our
Cyclops?
guardian, or so he was, till the king betrayed him. Now the Cyclops just sits and broods and plots revenge. He cares not for the Krell anymore.
Mm-hmm. So that's what these blue people are. The Krell. And what happened?
Too long a tale to tell.
I'm not busy.
Suffice to say, the Cyclops wanted to marry the king's fairest daughter. But instead, thanks to the king, the daughter died. Now the king has gone mad, hides his face from the world.
Well then.
Listen here, Paleskin. Those blasphemous priests took my most valuable piece and used it to build a false Cyclops. Sheerest idolatry. But the vile, cursed golem they created is too powerful for me to challenge. Although, if you were to retrieve the golem's eye for me, I would use it to forge a weapon. A weapon I would give to you freely.
Well, alright. We've got promise of a new weapon, and no, that's not the weapon that I was referring to earlier, that I wanted, that I can get earlier since I started with the axe. And we might not even be able to get that weapon in the next episode, because it's kind of far in, and there's a bit of work involved in getting to it. And that some of that work will be done, if not all of it, in the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!